Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is SizRPG here with another episode of my Witcher 3 walkthrough. On this walkthrough episode, we're going to go ahead and do the side mission Cabaret before we go on and do and continue in the next videos our trip to Skellige and continue the main story mission. This is kind of our last side mission that we're going to do in Velen or Novigrad for a little while. And it might, it's a good thing because it kind of picks up where you left off from the last main mission, or the last main mission, if you will, where we saved Dandelion. Now we're going to meet up with Dandelion, see what he's doing, see if he needs any help after those actions. Before we get started, please like and subscribe, and let's go and see what he needs.
Truly what you want. To be pervert cheek.
What was that about?
She spat in my face. Or might as well have. Called me a whoremonger and a witless hack. Can you imagine? Wit is my forte.
Gotta say, Priscilla's really growing on me.
Save it.
And why don't you save your pouting? Prove to her she's wrong.
Exactly what I plan to do. I've always dreamed of having my own cabaret. A bit of paint and plaster, and this place will do splendidly. Just one hitch. I need coin. So, if you happen to get a break between drowners and ekamajigs, maybe you can help an old friend out.
What can I do?
How much do you need? Maybe I can lend you the coin.
Thank you, Geralt, but I refuse to take a single crown from you. You know what they say. Fastest way to lose a friend's to loan him some coin. But a favor? That's different.
What kind of favor?
I dated this girl once, Sophronia. That's a name if you can believe it. Has a merchant for a father, importer of spices from Zerrikania. And Daddy Dear would never refuse his daughter Dear a thing. We can borrow the coin from her.
Fine. Tell me what you want. Got a feeling you've a plan all cooked up.
Sophronia could still be holding a grudge after our unfortunate parting. But with a touch of help from you, I know she'll forgive me. And then give me that loan.
What's this help entail?
First of all, we need to borrow a dull sword from Madame Irina. One of her props. You know, the kind they use during performances? Get that, then meet me outside Sophronia's house.
He wants me to go get a play toy sword that it's used in plays, and then meet him outside of somebody's house. What is he got it cooked up?
Let's say I agree and go see Madame Irina. What'll you be doing in the meantime?
Something I have to finish. But I promise I'll do it before you come back with the sword. Then I'll tell you the rest.
Fine, but...
Geralt, the only butts in this plan will be the ones filling my seats. It'll work, you'll see. Get the sword from Madame Irina and meet me outside Sophronia's at sunset.
Okie dokie, dude.
What's he
The
schemed
last
up this
individual
time?
who tried to come in on my business, it took them a month to find him. Am I being clear, Chive?
What's the fuss about?
Walked into another
Can you
side
not treat
mission.
me as a bit of healthy competition?
Why are you even talking to him, Duke? I've always maintained 2 smashed knees are worth 1,000 words.
Oh, Geralt! Glad you came.
There a problem?
A problem? There's some kind of problem here, gents. Oh, just wanted you to meet my new pals before they bugger the fuck off. Because we're just parting, right?
We'll have our reckoning yet, Chive. Soon.
What's this? Some flea-ridden mutant got you scared, Duke? Just say the word. I'll take care of him. Take a peek at what he's got inside, then make the midget eat it. Sound good?
Next time, Earl. Let's go.
Right.
He's smart.
Don't see your hides round here ever again.
He's smarter than his friend there.
Well, that puts me up to the neck in fucking shite without a shovel.
What's this all about? Doing business with them?
Exactly the ploughing opposite. You see, Geralt, old pal,
About to ask me for help, aren't you?
The thing is, I sort of kind of owe a wee sum to a mutual acquaintance, Francis Bedlam, the king of beggars. To pay off the debt, I've made up my mind to get serious about Gwent.
Getting better by the minute.
Not the playing of it, mind you, but the cards themselves. The rarest of them fetch princely sums these days. Sadly, that's not exactly arcane knowledge. Got a buyer in heat for my collection, missing just 3 cards. But Duke's dregs are all over my arse, so... What do you say, Geralt?
Fine.
Fringilla, Vigo, Isengrim, and John Natalis. Devilish hard to get hold of. Duke's been trying too, hasn't had any luck.
Wait, you don't even know where to look for these cards?
Nah, it's not as bad as that. I'm betting Zed's got them. He quit fencing recently, only deals in cards now. Unfortunately, the arsewite won't talk to me. Not after I bought a one-of-a-kind Scoia'tael card out from under his nose. Would you mind going to see him?
Zed.
Big fish in the card pond. There's a shop along the south wall. And thank you, Geralt. I actually think I stand to pay off this debt now.
No problem. See you later.
Alrighty, so we had a little encounter. There's a new side mission available for us, a dangerous game, but we're going to go ahead and leave that for another time. We don't want to get caught up too much into multiple missions here at the same time, so we're going to go ahead and leave that there for a later video, possibly. So yeah, we'll see about that, but as of right now, we're going to continue the mission of Cabaret.
Double chase.
Oh, can't go that way.
Eternal fire protects us. Gives monsters the shits.
Okay, oh, this is a door. Nice. Hello, Irina.
Ah, so good to see you.
Got a request. Need to borrow one of your props. One of the swords you use for stage battles.
My, whatever do you need that for?
I don't know, but Dandelion claims it's essential.
Oh, yes. I suspected Master Dandelion might have a hand in this. I certainly hope you don't aim to compete with me. Voila.
Thanks. I'll try not to damage it. So long.
Alrighty, well, we went ahead and got the blunt sword for whatever infernal purpose Dandelion may have for it. So now we have to go ahead and go meet up with Dandelion and see what he has in store, because you know it's going to be something ridiculous. What did I do? I was just running in the street, and that little girl was just terrified.
Look awfully suspicious to me, tramp.
Oh, my. Fresh
Alright,
sheets,
here
yeah.
we're meeting up with Dandelion.
Ugh, there's no fucking integrity in this world.
After dusk, so let's meditate. Where's Dandelion?
Ah, finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I can be a hero in her eyes if I can just save her from a bandit. I'll have her eating out of my hand, and there's no way she'll begrudge me that loan.
Want me to be the bandit?
Knew you'd see the sense in it right away.
That's your plan.
Are you serious? That's your brilliant plan?
I never called it brilliant, but any kind of plan is better than none. Written your lines already,
You've written what?
so you know what to say during the performance. Here, and your mask. Put it on. Sophronia can't recognize you.
But
No time. Sophronia's coming.
He
Stick
wants to
the plan.
perform a
We'll
fake
meet at the Rosemary in
scenario
the
that
morning.
he's saving her, and she'll give him a loan and fall in love with him. Interesting.
stop right there.
What is this? Help! Save me!
Tremble. flaxen-haired wench. Bow before the Prince of Thieves.
Not so fast. Drop your sword, scoundrel. This is your first and last warning.
Dandelion!
'Tis I, though the scum of the city call me the Crimson Avenger.
No, not the Crimson Avenger.
Silence, vermin! You shall regret the day you were born.
Dandelion! I mean, Crimson Avenger!
Oh no! Ow!
You're better than I thought.
Ah!
I've been hit! Ow!
To the house, quickly! He shan't get us there! Eternal fire, what do you want from us? Leave us be!
I don't know if I was supposed to beat him.
This rogue will soon run off. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't chance getting caught by the guards.
I don't think I was supposed to win.
Would he?
He was mad. I don't think I was supposed to attack him at all. I think I was supposed to like abruptly lose. But hey. You know what? I'm not the best actor. Sometimes you just gotta hit Dandelion with the sword. Makes you feel better. But we have to meet Dandelion in the morning at the Rosemary and Thyme.
When suddenly up he pops and heals me. Help, save me. I'm dying of poverty.
Look at me roll.
I've buried my whole family. Black ones killed me son. Lost my wife to dysentery.
Got to bury your loved ones today. We'll fight it tomorrow.
And now we have to wait until the morning. And see what he has to say for himself. Probably something dumb.
There's been a misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed to meet today, so we've come today. Supplies are all hauled in and the crew's raring to work. We'll start just as soon as our lovely directress gets round to deciding on the decoration.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay you.
Turns out he does now, or soon will. At any rate, he's working on it.
See? It's all peachy. So will you finally decide what style you want for this interior?
What are our choices?
What are our choices?
I'll decide
Master
for Dandelion.
Dandelion said he was torn between boudoir style and theatre decor. Promised to let us know his choice as soon as we arrived. Now we're here, but no decision's been made. And the lady's horribly surprised she's to choose. Though apparently this whole renovation's for her sake.
Interesting.
For me?
Well, it's not for me. Now, would you please decide where I bust a vessel?
I've no idea what Dandelion would like. Geralt, you've known him longer. Say something.
Cabaret is a theater of a kind. The decor should be theatrical. Boudoir is still the better fit for cabaret. Dandelion is doing this for you. You decide.
Sure, I've known him longer, but he's never so much as changed his socks for me. Never mind commissioning a full-blown renovation. He's doing this for you, clearly. You should decide.
I associate boudoirs with a feminine elegance that also has an edge. Claws, you might say. That fits a cabaret perfectly.
Sweet.
A wonderful choice it is. At last.
He's like, I just want to get to work.
You're done lollygagging. Get to work.
Dandelion's like, I don't want that.
Well, well. Guess this cabaret's the real thing.
Ever since Dandelion inherited this place, he's talked about it constantly. I just never expected him to take action. And so quickly.
Who knows? Might even settle down now. He'll have to keep an eye on the business. Who would have known?
Despite what people say about him, Dandelion approaches life very rationally.
We talking about the same Dandelion? Man who loses a fortune worth half of Novigrad in one night?
Dandelion can also be responsible. He always pays anyone who works for him on time, and he's never missed a performance.
Sure.
Sure hope your opening won't be the first. He's still not here.
Well, he said as soon as he got the coin, he'd go see Polly, our choreographer. She's missed the last few rehearsals. I certainly hope he's not gotten into trouble.
Of course he is. He's
Anything's
Dandelion.
possible with Dandelion. Let me see if I can't find him.
Alright. I guess we're not done with this mission. We're off to save Dandelion yet again.
Help! Save me! I'm dying!
Dandelion, yet the ever-needy bard.
Save me! I'm dying!
Let's see what he needs now. Hello, Strumpet.
What am I to do now?
Who can afford a witcher in this
Barrel
day
roll.
and age?
Polly, everything all right? Open up!
Dandelion, what are you doing?
What's the ruckus about?
Polly and her half-brained fiance. They're fighting. She's the only one in this town who knows anything about choreography, and that lummox won't let her work for me. Hold on. What are you doing here? We were gonna meet at the Rosemary.
We were, but you didn't show. Priscilla started to worry, so I came to see how you were doing.
Priscilla started worrying about me? That's so nice.
That's the only thing you heard.
Less for her than for you, I'm sure. So let's get back.
Did you not hear what's going on in there? We've gotta help Polly. Why do beautiful women always end up with such dicks?
No idea. Stand back. I'll break the door down.
Wait, do we have to destroy her house? She keeps a spare key around here somewhere.
Fine. Let's find the key.
The second question that I didn't even ask was, how do you know about the key?
Damn it. Now where would she leave?
Not here.
What's your sense is?
The key.
Alrighty, let's get it.
Snake eye. Got a snake.
See what's going on in these people's lives.
What the devil's this? Get out of my house!
Watch it, and leave the woman alone.
What the... She's my betrothed.
But I'm not your property.
I love her. I'll not let her sway her ass in his brothel.
Whoa, slow down there a minute. This is clearly one gigantic misunderstanding. One I can clear up in the blink of an eye.
Shove your excuses up your ass. Sod off, or I'll split your skull.
He's very cultured.
My friend asked you nicely, so please be courteous in return and hear him out, or we'll settle this another way.
All right, talk.
Hubio, right? Polly's told me so much about you. She said you're erudite and have an open mind.
You said that? Well, there's a truth to it. My mind's the open salt, but its open saltedness ends when my betrothed starts wagging her ass around brothels. Get out of here, both of yous. Polly's not going anywhere.
Let him finish. There's no brothel involved.
True.
You see, friend, Geralt just hit the nail on the head. For what you have there is the old publicity placard.
Old?
Very. From a time when my establishment was under different management. I, however, would never let any indecency take place in my cabaret. My very reputation precludes it.
Such a well-spoken bard.
Your betrothed is a first-class artiste, and I want to offer her a position worthy of her talents. She's to be my choreographer, and that in turn means she'll receive a share of the proceeds from every performance she choreographs.
You mean to say coin?
And fame. No flirting required. You have my word.
Oh. Suppose, in that case...
I knew you'd agree.
It's settled then. See you at the Rosemary, Polly.
Just wag a little bit of coin in this guy's face, and
I'm off.
he's like, okay, cool.
I'll catch up to you. Whew. Never expected that to go so well.
You handled it well, Dandelion. Man was putty in your hands once you called him erudite.
In negotiation, as in combat, the key is to find your opponent's weak spot and exploit it to the hilt.
So, time to head back?
I've still got to stop by Rotlick's. Commissioned some new placards from him a while ago, but Hubio came across the old version. Plowing artists got some serious explaining to do.
I'll go see Rotlick. You head back to the Rosemary, or Priscilla will have my head.
Really? You'd go?
No, said that for the hell of it. Tell me where he lives.
Portside.
See you soon.
Nice. So now we're just Dandelion's errand boy. Dandelion is one of the few people in this world that we will just run around the city of Novigrad and just do whatever he wants just to help him out.
Oh, fuck, come on.
Black ones, Redanians.
Come closer, don't be shy. You'll find our arms for the
Hello, Geralt.
Hello, Geralt. Alrighty, we are almost to our destination. Our plowing destination.
Band of thieves.
Oof. Alrighty, we are at find Rautelek and get the placards from him, and we are at his home. And these are bandits. Of course. Always bandits.
Looking for Rotlick.
You ain't alone. Damn halfling's in debt to half the city. But I'm here to scrape mine before the carcass is picked clean.
There's not enough for everyone, so bugger off. Feeding time's first come, first served.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and beat the crap out of these bandits.
You're not gonna rob him.
Strange, don't recall asking your permission. Get him, Fred!
Any last words?
Screw you, Fred. Get out of here, Fred.
Grit this mutant.
Oh. Oh. Whoop. You just gotta dodge, dodge. Get up. You gotta dodge, dodge. Can't get cornered. Back up, dodge. Back up, dodge. Punch, punch. Dodge. Punch, punch. Strong attack. Strong attack. Strong attack. Strong attack. Oh, yeah. Need him in the face.
Tell me what you want, damn it!
Placards.
There ain't no ploughing placards here.
And Rotlick? Where's he?
Same place as always. Vegal Bud Estate. Losing his last crowns at the races.
See? Wasn't that easy? Could have said so right away.
Alrighty. He's got a lot of paint. All over the place. So he's at Vegal Bund Estate. Vegal Bund Estate. If I remember correctly, it's like in the middle, some rich estate. Okay. That's where we did the races. That makes sense. So we're gonna go over here to Higher Arch Square and fast travel, because we ain't gonna run all the way over there. That doesn't make no sense.
I tell you, this city will devour itself.
Watch this trot now, friend.
Hello, guard. Barrel roll. Barrel roll. I'm just athletic. Geralt's an athletic beast. Alright, so we're gonna fast travel over here to Vegal Bud Estate. See what's going on with these races. So this is also, if you notice, this is where the horse racing is. This is also where that party was during the main mission there that were with Triss Marigold.
You could make yourself useful.
Well, Rotlick. Look at that horse.
You Rotlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my art. At your service.
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. Well, tell him his placards are done and safely hidden away. Yet, alas, I cannot fetch them, as a group of angry creditors has seized my home.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you know my predicament. And now, Count de Louverton has offered me the chance to win it all back. I'm to wager on a race.
What's there to worry about? This is your chance to settle up, get a clean slate.
I've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should I agree to de Louverton's offer and lose, I shall be in bondage to him for all time.
Yeah, let's just pay it, because I don't really feel like racing. You can race on his behalf, I believe, and win that. I'm not going to do that, just because...
I never expected this.
I'm not going to lie, guys. I don't like racing. In most games, I'm not a huge race person.
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from
pretty much in every game, but you can race and win his money.
I'll bring them
but
to
I'm
the
not going to do that. So
time.
just keep in mind that is an
I
option.
settle my obligations.
Fine. See you there.
But I'm the guy who just pays the debt, because I'm not really in the mood to race. I don't know what it is. Pretty much outside of racing games themselves, I do enjoy racing games themselves, but in terms of like video game racing, any open world game where there's like a time challenge or a racing challenge, I can do them. I honestly just don't prefer them. I just don't feel like doing those, so I won't. But that is always an option for you.
Should have stayed in the forest with the might at least have died.
Alrighty. You have to return. Let's get it. Where are you, Dandelion?
Well, well. See, the crew's been hard at work. Not bad.
No, not all. But I'd imagine something more, you know, more theatrical.
Don't you like it? But I thought a boudoir would be right in line with your tastes.
Oh, you chose it. Well, I'm not saying it's bad, just different. Not exactly what I'd envisaged. You know, now that I think about it, you're absolutely right. A boudoir's the perfect setting for a cabaret. What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
He changed his entire
Rotlick
opinion based on
them
her.
on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
Guess everything's ready. So when's the opening?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour. I just need to nip back home for my dress.
Cool.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying.
Gladly, Dandelion, since this will be one of the few times I'll see you.
That's my boy.
We're not going to see him for a while.
The foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking.
He's all right.
And she say anything about me?
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time. One thing's eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Ugh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours. 4 hours from the Cloak and the Dagger.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am?
He read to her for 4 hours. I'm calling BS on that one.
She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time, you know.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla, she's...
What? Speak, man.
She's badly, been attacked. They took her to Vulmerius Hospital.
Attacked? She's hurt? Geralt, come with me, please.
Of course. Let's go.
Wow, they made a threat on Priscilla. Maybe it's just a ruse. Oh wow,
Priscilla.
She's messed up.
Is she gonna live?
I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your pardon,
Holy
but
crap,
you are a relative?
Relative? No, a friend. A very close friend.
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery. Until recently, a lecturer at Oxenfurt Academy.
Cool.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Clearly someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
So this was no ordinary attack, no robbery.
Clearly not. It was the act of a demented mind, and not its first.
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No heart? You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor. Find the bastard who did this. Find him. And kill him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so could very well provide some clues. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again, I'd prefer to excise him. Not unlike a tumor.
Think they'll let me into the morgue?
By the main entrance, certainly not. But you can also get inside through the sewers.
The sewers? Travel them often, Doctor?
As often as required for, the pursuit of preventive medicine.
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones, I'm guessing. Interesting.
We can discuss this en route. Are you ready?
I mean, let's go. Yeah, we can't leave this unsolved, guys. We'll just make this a little bit of a longer video.
Dandelion. Even if it's Hierarch Camelfart himself.
Thanks.
We gotta solve this mystery, you know?
You lead.
Man, Priscilla got her whacked up.
Preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
Come at it, bro. Don't worry, Doctor. I'll kill them all. Water hag. Oh man, she's a little feisty. There we go. Let's get some water. Get thirsty, just like everybody else. Come on, Drowner.
Blast it. I kill one, another takes its place.
I know how you feel, believe me. Where to now? Up?
Yes, it's not far now.
Priscilla, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobritz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count.
Wow. So they attacked her and she's likely not going to be able to, like, sing anymore. Jeez Louise. Let me activate this quest, though. That definitely took a turn that I was not expecting. So this is 2 different missions, by the way. Carnal Sims. But we can't leave this mystery unsolved, you know?
Take the ladder. This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
A dwarven woodcarver. That's not a dwarf. That's not a dwarf. This might be him.
Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood?
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Torso, I guess?
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
Gross.
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin, an incision. But the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded.
Interesting.
Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience?
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him. See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
Mm-hmm. And a different sense of humor.
Yeah, let's look at the genitals. Gotta make sure
His
the genitals are alright.
We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
Yeah, syphilis.
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt. Like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Gross.
Those burn marks I see.
You can skip to after
sockets.
this part if you think this is too much.
And some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Gross.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Whoever this is very brutal.
All right, think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Ritual murder. This was punishment. Might have been you, coroner.
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it. Burns in the eye sockets, cavity where the heart should be, scalding liquid, all centering on warmth, heat, fire.
A fire eternal.
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted, drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the Market Square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirets was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, Your Reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As Your Reverence wishes.
Suspicious.
Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Suspicious, so...
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
Thank you.
Perfect. That's really good. That Eternal Fire Priest was very suspicious in the fact that he was very secretive about this corpse. So I feel like he's involved in some way.
Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
Don't aim to press you.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's just an old wound, unhealed as yet. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
Perfect. Okay. Hello, corpse collector. Where are you? Let's talk to the corpse collector.
Can't go out in the streets no more.
At least before they didn't...
You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue?
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No ice, no art, one of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
You search Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets, made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you tax collector? Piss off, mutant.
Confident.
Talk. What did you find on him?
As you wish. Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded wing, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town.
What a douche. Yeah, knock his ass out.
Oi, fucking hell! What was that for?
For everything.
Knocked his ass out. Alrighty, let's go to the closest place, and we're going to examine the place where the woodcarver died.
Interesting.
I know you from somewhere.
Let's knock on the door. Let me in.
Anyone home?
Begone, or I'll sick me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid much, lie down. Come on in. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name.
Dang.
We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
His brother lives, it sucks.
What'll it be
Were
now?
you the murderer?
Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family, or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Know much about the murder?
Tell me what you know about the murder. In order. In detail.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenfurt, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss him burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze, and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. What do they care about some dwarf?
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. Oh, you were a good dwarf, craftsman like no other. But you were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep. Her pont said a fever took her.
That's awfully convenient, right?
Fine. We've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs. What's this?
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones.
So they didn't like it. So it's gotta be the
Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
More bloodstains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood. Left a few stains behind. Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it.
Formaldehyde.
Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked.
Interesting, interesting. So we're just adding to the pieces. Man, I can't believe Priscilla is now a victim of almost murder.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Okay, bro. Sawed off.
Got a problem?
Hey, handsome.
A brazier. This time of year? I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
That him?
How am I to know? Watch him, see what he does.
Human. Priscilla's.
Well, come on.
I'm gonna rack you guys. You want this? You want this smoke? You want this smoke? Come at me, bro. What are you guys attacking me for? I'm just out here trying to investigate.
Together now. Kill the horse.
Get him.
Son of a whore.
You guys working for the murderer?
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome. For Priscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
Yeah, you didn't have to freaking try to kill me. Why is everybody trying to kill me? They always freaking lose.
You and Priscilla friends?
They always lose.
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Of course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
Farewell, lady.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more.
Naturally.
Get out of here, Skip. You're talking too much.
Head's ringing.
Human. Priscilla's.
What's this?
Man's footprint. The murderer's, maybe. Weighed on his heel. Took a step back.
Concerned citizen. Remember, good people. The light cast by the fire dispels every darkness, reveals each lie, exposes every unworthy and debauched, I don't know how to spell it. Pronounce that, soul. Not even shape-shifting Dopplers can hide from its light. Not even witches and sorceresses, so adept at fooling the common folk. Not the loose women who walk the street and fog men's minds with their charms. Abandon the treacherous and immoral magic arcane. Cover your bodies in modesty and provoke no unclean thoughts. The eternal fire will expose you for all monsters and sinners, or else burn you too in its flames. Well, we got a crazy person on the loose. Who's he's a Church of Eternal Fire follower. Which is insane.
I've had enough of living.
But we'll get him. We'll get that guy. We have to go to the coroner's office, and that's where we'll be.
No bread, no coin, poor as shite.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
Hello.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter, and I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
I feel like... I'm just going to go ahead and start the autopsy.
Let's start.
I feel like it might be the coroner.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment. Made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. Even went to her estate once with... Gotta find her, now.
I feel like it was the coroner. I feel like we did the autopsy earlier. I feel like, did we do the autopsy earlier and we didn't find anything? I don't know, Geralt. I feel like this coroner might be sus. But we're definitely not gonna ride all the way out there. We're gonna fast travel over to the Vegelbud estate. Okay, guys? Come on, run. Patricia Vegelbud. Can you let me in, dude?
What do you want?
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up, and I'll let you in, I'll throw my arse out the door.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
True.
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Vegelbud. Just no trickery.
Makes sense to me.
Oh, Geralt, what a pleasant surprise.
Not pleasant at all. I gotta see your mother. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now. I saw Mother this morning. She seemed sad, true, but in perfect health.
I'm hunting a serial killer, and I've got reason to believe your mother will be his next victim.
Why, even if it's true, our gods.
He's exceptionally cruel when he kills, tortures his victims, cuts out their hearts. So let's see how she is, just in case.
I find this all very hard to believe, but you appear to be quite serious. Please, follow me.
Is it you, lady? I don't trust anyone. I don't trust it.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
She gonna be dead, ain't she?
Hear that? Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
We should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
He ran out the other door! Catch him!
Holy moly. That was some crazy weird stuff. I don't care about these dogs.
Spread out! Murderer's still here! There he is! Get him!
Hey, me. Wait, you think it's me? You dummy.
your bones!
Guards are so dumb. They think it's their Witcher. Every time they think it's the Witcher. Won't they know that I'm saving them every single time?
Halt! For I put a bolt between your eyes!
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery, taking you to the heiress.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
He's gonna get chewed out.
We got him, Lady Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but...
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
Forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was the killer fleeing.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight, at once.
Was it you, daughter?
Mother, why did he do this to her? Why?
I've gotten bored of whores and beggars because she blasphemed.
Because she blasphemed the eternal fire. Only thing that ties her to the other victims. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the body. A note indicating his next victim. May I?
Very well.
Man, that's
But you
harsh.
should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state. And let her be the last victim. Please.
I don't trust any of it. It could be her. Maybe she wanted her mother's power. Could be the coroner. Still don't trust that guy. Because again, there wasn't a note on the body.
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught.
Brutal.
Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder, not just the name but the place too. Won't get away this time.
Man, that is some savage stuff. Savage.
Same wounds as the previous victims. Examination would be a waste of time. Gotta get to
away
crippled
from that.
Kate's, fast.
That's some savagery, guys. That is some savagery. Oh, I died. Who would have thought jumping off of one story would have been that bad, you know? Gross, guys. Gross. Some real savagery. So we're not really going to inspect that area because that was just insanely gross, you know? But we have to find the next killer. I almost jumped in the fire, which would have been bad. So we have a crazy serial killer on the loose that is punishing those who are betraying the eternal fire. He broke into a guarded estate, murdered, and like did some crazy stuff. Even though the guards were there, still like broke in, did some crazy stuff. This killer is crazy, you know? Crazy. Alright, let's get back over here to Carnal Sins. The Higher Arch Square. Let's see what we got going on the next part of this mission here.
I'd buy tomorrow what you can buy today.
We gotta save Sweet Nettie at Crippled Kate's.
Oh!
Alright, we're here at Crippled Kate's. We gotta find Sweet Nettie.
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client.
She's getting
Do not
murdered.
disturb them.
She's getting murdered up there.
Geralt, positively divine performance.
Where's she at?
Splendid, Mama.
She getting murdered.
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
You, though? Whole town will hear you in a minute.
Oh, it's like the actual
Yet again,
priest.
you disturb me. And I so dislike being disturbed.
It's like
I
the
was
head
to play
priest.
with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
First, gotta tell me why you do it.
For pleasure. Satisfaction.
Achievable with whores in a lot of ways, many traditional. Doesn't take killing them, trust me.
Who said anything about killing? I could stop at a few burns. 3rd degree, but still. This rosy skin will roast quite well.
Interesting.
Spare me your lies. I've seen your victims. I know how they end. You don't stop. Not unless someone gets in your way. Like I'm doing now.
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer.
So it wasn't
Patricia
him. He doesn't know what
Vegelbud,
he's talking
and
about.
many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to crippled Kate's. To sweet Nettie. If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know. But I see we must talk. Calmly.
But dude, I'm telling you, it's the coroner.
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide.
It's gotta be the
There's
coroner.
but one man who... That's impossible. He treats even corpses with kid gloves.
The coroner. Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. But to Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day procuring supplies. Formaldehyde. I shall stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie. After all, I paid in advance.
Then you'll pay again. For her, for all the other women you've tortured.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill this guy too. He's a piece of shit.
Shut up and fight.
I mean, it's like I'm still gonna kill this guy, but he's not our murderer. It was the coroner.
You're free now.
Oh, thank you. Thank
We'll skip this because she's like...
Calm.
It's basically her, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought he was gonna kill me. Blah, 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 blah. Alrighty. Yeah, so that guy's sadistic as F, and that's why he had to die. But he was not the murderer. Because the coroner...
Can see it in your face.
The coroner is the one that found out. And that's, I knew it was probably him because when we first did the autopsy with the first guy, we checked throughout the entire corpse and there wasn't like anything like inside or anything. We didn't find any parchment. Then we went back to the coroner later when he summoned us, and all of a sudden, like the first thing we did, he found like a person with a name on it. So I was like, oh, maybe it was just like, maybe that's just part of the game. Like we didn't find it earlier, and he did like a deeper autopsy. But nope, it wasn't there before. He planted it.
Fuck.
We're gonna kill the coroner for Priscilla.
Run out of formaldehyde.
I underestimated you. You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel. Although, you've not divined all, I see. Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
What are you?
A vampire. Higher, of course.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat that...
Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why a vampire would kill in the name of the eternal fire.
True.
Should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. Its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them, in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
Twisted logic.
Tortured logic.
Yet logic, nonetheless. I'm glad you perceived that, at least. Fight fire with fire, as they say. Give a thought to my victims. A lecherous woodcarver who'd spend his last copper on whores. An old countess who defiled symbols of the faith. A Trebyritz for whom nothing was sacred, nothing above ridicule. They did not deserve to live. But their deaths could be a lesson to others. Awaken them, scare them onto the correct path, the path to the fire, to cleansing, to salvation.
This guy loves to hear himself talk.
For you, I'm afraid it's too late. You are a man of little faith. I sense this.
But I'm pretty good with a sword.
Pretty good. Might not cut it.
Oh, he's got like another form. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Boom, boom, boom. Dodge, dodge. Dodge, dodge. Get out of here, dog.
Time to end this.
Coming at me? You coming at me, bro? You coming at me? I'm just going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Ha ha ha. I must have poisoned him. That's what vampires in this world look like, because that's one ugly piece. Just letting you know. Look at all this stuff I got. Catacon, mutagen. Dired Death. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Not even gonna try. So my first instinct, the coroner, was correct. Alrighty, we have to go back to Priscilla and Dandelion to check on them and, you know, let them know, hey, man. Let's see, St. Gregory's Bridge is the closest, so I'll cut it back to when I'm in front of their house.
Of this I'm sure. No good can come of religious fanaticism.
Those sadists ought to change their name now to non-human hunters.
Essential.
Or I'll inform the hunters you're a non-human.
Please.
Oh, well, I'll definitely die if I go that way.
Another drifter in from Temeria.
Oh, fuck. How's...
Better, right?
Yes.
Did you take care of what I asked?
We certainly took care of what you asked.
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
Thank you, Geralt. For me and Priscilla.
Did my part. Your turn now. Take care of her. Good care.
I will. You'll see. Treat her better than the Dryads of Broccolon could.
She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor Von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison, but encouraging. Maybe she might even sing again someday. For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Calinetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds great. Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
Man, not even gonna say bye
Yes,
to her.
Geralt?
I didn't ask you to do anything.
Farewell.
Sorry, Geralt. My throat's still quite...
Say no more. Get well soon.
Yes, Geralt?
I'm gonna tell him who the
Found
murderer
and
is.
killed the murderer. It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him. He was a higher vampire.
I thought nothing could surprise me in Novigrad. Thank you, Geralt.
Alright, deuces.
Farewell.
Alright guys, well that's where we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. We took on, it's quite a long episode here, but we did a lot of things. Helped Dandelion at the beginning and then eventually took out a higher vampire for hurting Priscilla. But that's where we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.